I am Jordan McLean. I am a grade 12 student at George McDougall High School, and the purpose of this video is to showcase my accomplishments throughout English 30-2. The first piece I will be showing is the visual reflection that we first did in class. The speech that I chose from it was, "Today's society has become so wrapped up in technology and social media, people often lose sight of what's important. In the late 60s and 70s, technology was appreciated more and not abused." I chose this passage because I strongly believe that today's society is torn away from what life is because people are so addicted to being on their phones and scrolling through Facebook. I think it was insightful because it strongly compares the 70s to nowadays. I had strong evidence and put an introduction that impacted my future writing because it shows the areas I need to add more detail to my writing. The piece I connected to the most was the Shawshank Redemption film, so I picked my essay for The Shawshank. Because it was my strongest essay relating to hope, that's why I picked it. I connected to this piece the most because it shows hope and perspective when Andy's out of jail and then Red gets out, which brings them back together because he shows him the way of being free. From writing this piece, I discovered what my writing's capable of. The piece of work I found most challenging was the Elephant Man text. I found this challenging because the text in the Elephant Man was hard to understand, and it was about a man with a bad disease that spread throughout his whole body in the late 1800s and led to his death. Next time I were to read a difficult text like this, I would probably read it on my own, so that way I can grip it at my own pace. The next piece I will be talking about is the piece I'm most proud of, and that were the questions for the Hitler Youth speech. On the analysis questions, I got 100% with all strong answers. I accomplished how to analyze the purpose and audience, content and tone, structure and delivery, all within a speech. I didn't feel the need to have to share my success because it wasn't a huge assignment, but I learned a good skill on how to pick apart any speech or text. It helped strong in my understanding of Hitler's control and led into the book Night that we read as a class and also led into the King's Speech, which is the next piece I will be talking about. The piece that shows the most significant improvement throughout this semester is the King's Speech. The thing I improved on from this is how to analyze text and speech within a movie. I accomplished this by understanding every particular scene and character's impact throughout the movie, by watching it as a class and having Miss Garrosh pick apart every detail throughout. I know how to critically analyze every text and film I watch now. What I learned from English 30-2 was how to put more detail and not generalize everything in my writing. I also learned speech analysis from all the texts we had covered in class. What I will take away and keep with me from this portfolio are all the important texts the class had covered and all the work I had put into attending English, as this year was my year to step up and graduate.